Mexico State's 8, and that came offensively. So Weber State is ready, Pepperdine is ready. And let's rock and roll here in the desert. Pepperdine were the 5.5-point underdogs against New Mexico State last night, and they're starting this one with a bang. Kulapali, we saw that 3 times in the second half yesterday, slams one home to start this one. It's 2-0 Pepperdine. Weber State with a monumental 73-70 win over Bowling Green State yesterday. After trailing by nearly 10 points with 4 minutes left to go, they came back, hit 2 free throw attempts late in that one in the final second and a half to win it by 3. We're all knotted up at 2 apiece here. Should be a fun one, ladies and gentlemen, in this Arizona tip-off championship game at Arizona State University. There's Mo Odom, had those 15 points like we mentioned yesterday. Finds Kulapali. Kulapali's got 4 points right off the bat, and it's 4-2 Pepperdine. Weber State took its first lead of the second half yesterday with 7 minutes and 9 seconds remaining after Miguel Tomley's 3-point attempt. Look out for him from beyond the arc today as the Cats led by 4 points with 3 minutes and 19 seconds remaining before a 5-0 Bowling Green run that gave the Falcons a 70-69 lead with 48 seconds left to play, and that's when Miguel Tomley made a layup with 28 seconds left to regain the lead. Then those 2 Blaze threat free throws sealing the win for the Wildcats. Here comes Mo Odom in the paint, finds his man from beyond the arc. Nothing but net. Stefan Todorovic is on the board, and it's 9-2 Pepperdine. Kind of looking like yesterday. They went up by as many as 9 in the first 90 seconds. They lead this one by 7 at the 18-minute mark. And a travel from Weber State, and Pepperdine, again, came into yesterday's game the 5.5-point underdogs, really took it to the Aggies. They're really taking it early here to Weber State. Weber State did not look like they had any weak spots in that game yesterday against Bowling Green. Looking stagnant early on in this game as Pepperdine's going to the line. Todorovic has another opportunity to pick up a few points.
The Waves hit 75% at the free throw line. Come in scoring 67 points a game, giving up 75. And for Weber State, they scored a 75-point offense.
Budka sinks for the first shot. 10-2 lead now for Pepperdine. The Waves came out of the jump swinging after a pair of free throws and a corner 3 from Budka yesterday. And throughout the first 20 minutes of that game, Pepperdine would actually enjoy shooting 45% three-point accuracy compared to New Mexico State's 8%, largely due to Odom's 2 triples in the half. And the Waves' biggest run reached only 6 points, but stifled any Aggie scoring possession with scoring of their own. Kulapali helped keep the New Mexico State shooting percentages down with his 3 blocks of the half, and Pepperdine would end the first half on a Todorovic jumper and on an Odom 3 to enter the locker rooms at a 42-29 advantage at the end of the first half. Weber State looking to chip away. They won't get that bucket. And here comes Odom looking to give his team at least a 10-point lead. Todorovic at the top of the key. Hands it back to Odom. Odom finds Bethia. Zion Bethia with double-digit points yesterday as well. Todorovic finds Bethia. Kulapali in the corner. Had a wide open shot if he wanted to take the 3 there. Doesn't. Odom with 7 seconds left on the shot clock. Going to be conservative here. Going to step back for 3. Does not hit it. Todorovic looking for the rebound. Bethia puts it up. Bethia does not put it in. And it's rebounded by the Wildcats. So the Wildcats have their work cut out for them here. They're going to get the bucket here. It's 10-4 on the fast break there. Nice play there by Dyson Cooler. Budka at the top of the key, finds Todorovic. Todorovic looking for the lane, stripped away by the Wildcats, and here comes Weber State, looking to chip into this big lead for Pepperdine, and they're going to do just that with the 3-point attempt, and it's 10-7 at the 16-minute mark. So just when you thought Pepperdine might do what they did to the Aggies yesterday, Weber State says not so fast here in this championship round. Mo Odom not on the same page there as his power forward. And Weber State has an opportunity to, at very least, chip into this lead, if not tie up the ball game with a three-point play. And they're going to turn it over. Nice defense there from Mo Odom. Here comes Odom. The fast break, he's going to get stripped as the ball goes out of bounds. A timeout is going to be called by Weber State. A very competitive one in this Arizona Tip-Off Championship at Mullet Arena. It's a 10-7 lead for Pepperdine. We'll be right back here on Intersport. Back here on the Arizona tip-off, a 10-7 lead for Pepperdine as they will inbound from underneath the basket. They led by as many as 8 early on in this game. They had a 10-2 lead at one point, a 5-0 run for Weber State as the Wildcats said not so fast. It's going to be a very competitive ball game here in this Arizona tip-off championship round. Stefan Todorovic leading the charge already with 5 total points. Kulapali at the top of the key, finds himself at the top of the key not too often. And Zion Bethia finds Mo Odom, back to Kulapali. Kulapali looking for Odom. You got 6 seconds left on the shot clock. Kulapali comes in, puts it in and out. And with 3.6 seconds left on the shot clock, gets fouled and he'll head to the line. Kulapali starting this game with a slam dunk to give them a 2-0 lead. You saw him do that 3 different times yesterday in the final 2 minutes against New Mexico State. And he sinks the first shot, an 11-7 lead now for Pepperdine. In the second half yesterday against New Mexico State, Pepperdine did a nice job at putting their foot on the gas. They led by as many as 18. They led by as little as 6 at one point. New Mexico State would put up several short scoring runs, but never got within 6 points of the Pepperdine lead. And toward the end of the game, the Aggies switched up their defensive strategy by full court pressing the Waves. We saw that in today's game as well in the third round matchup against Bowling Green State. And that fueled several fast break opportunities for New Mexico State, but Pepperdine eventually found the gaps and capitalized off of those Aggie lapses. And the last 2 minutes of the contest was a glorified game of keep away, but Zion Bethia and Kulapali connected on the last few shots of the game to put the final score at 82-70 in the Waves' favor. Looking for more of the same today. Blaze Threat was the biggest threat, no pun intended, yesterday against Bowling Green for Weber State as that shot sinks through. Nothing but net, and it's an 11-9 lead now as Weber State continues to stay in this game early in the first half. Again, just 6 minutes into this one, ladies and gentlemen, the Arizona Tip-Off Championship game between Weber State and Pepperdine University. Taradovic puts it up, unable to get it, rebounded by Weber State. It looks like it's going to stay here, though, behind the back violation. Dyson Kohler leading the charge for Weber State with 2 points of his own. Miguel TOMLEY as well, connecting for a three-point shot moments ago. You got to look out for forward Nigel Burris as well. Was a thorn in the side for Bowling Green State yesterday. Has yet to make his presence felt in this one. Mo Odom on the corner. Blaze Threat one-on-one with Mo Odom in this one. Dojic makes his first appearance in this one. Todorovic finds Kulapali. Kulapali has just been destined to connect down there on the paint as he has a three-point play coming up. Already has 5 points in this one, looking for his sixth right here. A 13-9 lead now for the Waves. As it looks like we'll see a few different substitutions here for Weber State. We'll see if Kulapali can connect on the three-point play here early on for Pepperdine, as we have seen very few struggling moments for the Waves over the last 2 days on this Thanksgiving weekend. It is up, and it is good. Nothing but net for Kulapali. He's got 6 points early on, and now Weber State's got their work cut out for them at the 14-minute mark, down by 5. In the paint, looking for an opening here, and that one's deflected by Odom. So Mo Odom going to be aggressive here, as he's not looking to slow things down here at the top of the key. Kulapali, one-on-one with Alex 2. Alex 2 with a great performance defensively yesterday as well against Bowling Green State. Looking to do the same right here against Pepperdine, as their offense has been on fire, firing on all cylinders since yesterday. Kulapali from beyond the arc hands it off to Mo Odom. He got 5 seconds left on the shot clock. We'll see if Odom can get a shot off. Great defense coming from Weber State, and with 1.6 seconds left on the shot clock, Weber State will take over. Loose ball foul called against Todorovic there. That's Stefan's first personal foul, third team foul for Pepperdine early on in the first 7 minutes of this game. A few substitutions being made by Weber State here, as it looks like Blaze Threat will re-enter this game.
Only 36% from the floor in that 82-70 win in the opening round of this tournament. Weber State ball 13-27 remaining.
Moore takes it from the top of the key. Looking for Trevor Hennig there as it gets behind him and out of play. Turning the ball over to Pepperdine here with that 5-point lead. Boubacar Kulapali has made his presence known in this one with Mo Odom directing traffic offensively. You've yet to see a big impact thus far from Butka as well as Zion Berthia. Of course, we've seen Stefan Todorovic in the mix as always. Guaranteed 15 points at least from him in the last 7 games. With Pepperdine breaking their 5-game losing streak 1 night ago. Bethia in the paint, unable to get it. Todorovic gets the rebound, unable, as it looks like that was Dojic. Not getting the foul call there as it's rebounded by Weber State. Moore at the top of the key. Dishes it out to Hennig. Hennig able to keep an eye on it. Moore looking for the inside pass in the paint as he's unable to haul it in. Rebounded by Pepperdine. Here comes Kulapali looking for the rebound, unable to get it as Weber State turns the ball over once again. Hennig on the near side of the court. Moore at the top of the key. Pepperdine putting the pressure on defensively here at the 12-minute mark, up by 5. Alex 2 at the top of the key, gives it back to Moore. 6 seconds left on the shot clock here. And it looks like another offensive turnover for the Wildcats. We didn't see much of this yesterday, despite the Wildcats not being in control for most of the second half against the Falcons. So at the 12-minute mark, Pepperdine will look to add to their 5-point lead as both defenses have shown up in the last 5 minutes or so. First personal foul for Alex 2 on that offensive board. And here comes the full court press for Weber State. Being a little bit lenient here was Blaze Threat. Docic at the top of the key here. Wide open shot here for Pepperdine, not going to go. Rebounded by Weber State. Here come the Wildcats. Blaze Threat. Great defensively yesterday, only put up 8 points offensively. And another travel for Weber State, as it looks like we're going to get a timeout. The Wildcats looking to get on the same page. 11 minutes, 41 seconds to go in this first half of this Arizona Tip-Off Championship matchup. Pepperdine leads it by 5. We'll be right back on Enter Sport.
Arizona Tip-Off would like to recognize one of the founding partners of this tournament, the Arizona Sports Entertainment Commission. The Arizona Sports Entertainment Commission is a driving force behind some of Arizona's most impactful sports and entertainment events taking place within the state, including Section 7 girls basketball, the Pac-12 baseball championship, and the Warrior Basketball National Native American Games, just to name a few. As a non-profit organization, the ASEC is committed to promoting the economic and social vitality of our state through world-class events that inspire, entertain, and unite communities. Since the pandemic, the ASEC has generated over $100 million of economic impact. This year alone, they've booked thousands of hotel nights, created job opportunities, and fueled billions in economic growth, all helping to build a stronger, more connected Arizona. Thank you again to the Arizona Sports Entertainment Commission for being a founding partner of the Arizona Tip-Off.
Yeah. You know, oh, you did all good. Just for Bowling Green. I was filling in for their radio station. I'm local. Oh, okay, cool. Okay. Oh, yeah, I know OBS. If you're ever looking for people. How many games do you guys do? There was like other tournaments you guys did, right?
Oh, yeah, we did this one, Fort Myers, and Greenbrier.
Yeah,
You
sure.
were there?
No. Do you do any regular season games or no?
Not much, because they're usually either their school does
Yeah.
that makes sense. That's why I try to get tournaments.
Yeah. You run the company?
I'm part of
Okay.
all of the you have a card or whatever.
Yeah. What is it? I don't have a card, but I can do it. You do other sports or just basketball?
Other sports.
Eleven
11:41 to go in this first half. A 14-9 lead for Pepperdine over the Weber State Wildcats. This Pepperdine defense has done a nice job combating this Wildcats offense, with Dyson Kohler leading the charge offensively thus far for Weber State with just 4 total points. Bubakar Kulapali with 8 total points leading the charge for Pepperdine, with Stefan Todorovic always lurking with 5 points of his own, as that one's rebounded by Pepperdine. Here comes Alvera, finds Todorovic in the corner. Todorovic to the top of the key. Pepperdine has done an excellent job moving the ball around over the past few days. Both defenses showing up here in the last 5 minutes. Nobody has scored in the last 3.5 minutes. Inside patch to Docic, and misses a wide open layup there, but rebounded by the Waves. Stripped there by Weber State, and they will regain control of the basketball with 10 minutes and 56 seconds remaining. Weber State shot 47% from the field yesterday and held the Falcons and Bowling Green State to a 39% shooting percentage. Wildcats knocked down 7 3-pointers as well and had 9 steals and 4 block shots. Blaze Threat led the Wildcats in scoring for the 6th straight game as he finished with 19 points along with 7 rebounds, 5 steals, and 4 assists. And Miguel TOMLEY added a Weber State season-high 16 points and knocked down 4 3-pointers, Dyson Kohler, who leads in scoring right now for Weber State, had 11 points with 7 rebounds and 3 steals yesterday as well. So overall, a good day offensively in that 3-point win over Bowling Green State University. Here comes Todorovic, making it look easy, unable to get the friendly roll there as it's rebounded by Blaze Threat. And here comes Threat, goes on the outside from downtown. Yes, sir! A big bucket there for Weber State as they pull to within 2. It's 14-12. Todorovic at the top of the key, moving the ball around. Docic, who only saw 6 minutes in each half yesterday, fades away there, unable to get the bucket there. As Pepperdine would love to have him back at full capacity here in the next couple weeks. Taking it easy, though, as he's been on the IL. Weber State looking to get right back in this game after trailing by 5 moments ago. They're going to do just that as Alex 2 sinks the bucket, and we're all knotted up at 14. Brand new ball game here in Tempe. Pepperdine going to slow things down here offensively, and it looks like we're going to get a travel. And just like that, the momentum has seemed to shift early on in this first half. 9 minutes, 27 seconds remaining. We'll see a few substitutions here for both Pepperdine and Weber State, as they'll look to get Bubakar Kulapali back in. That is Pepperdine, as well as Stefan Todorovic. Mo Odom has also seen 8 minutes so far in this one after taking a 90-second break. Blaze Threat will inbound it. Setting the pace here offensively on this drive, looking for an open hole. He finds it after the pick, lays it in, and gets the foul as well as an opportunity for a 3-point play as Blaze Threat, as he's on the board for the first time in this one on this Saturday afternoon. 16-14 lead for Weber State, as they are finally in control of this one, looking for a 3-point cushion with 9 minutes and 18 seconds remaining.
9:18 to play.
It is up and it is good. Nothing but net from Threat. And it's 17-14 as we'll see a few more substitutions. Docic, like I mentioned, played in 6 minutes in the first half, 6 minutes in the second half yesterday. Will take a seat. They're not trying to push him early on this season, even though it is a championship matchup here today. Kulapali at the top of the key finds Bethia. Bethia finds Butka. Butka finds Kulapali. Kulapali back to Odom. Odom from beyond the arc ain't going to hit the shot. Rebounded by Todorovic. But it's last touched by Pepperdine, so Weber State will regain possession here with Moore taking things up for this Weber State offense. Nigel Burris will take a seat, the forward, with 2 points thus far, 2 assists as well. Moore dishes it off, top of the key. Mo Odom putting a lot of pressure on defensively here. Thought about shooting from beyond the arc. Alex Chu is going to take it himself, though. And it's 19-16. So Pepperdine finally gets on the board for the first time in a few minutes here. As Mo Odom passes to Kulapali. Kulapali looking for Bethia. He's going to take the shot himself. In and out. Nice idea there by Bubakar Kulapali, but does not get the roll. And here comes Weber State up by 5, 19-14, looking to add to it. And there's going to be a foul called on Pepperdine. It'll be their 5th team foul.
16 fouls.
Trevor Hennig will re-enter this game for Weber State as the ball will be inbounded underneath the basket by the Wildcats, who, again, once trailed this one by as many as 8. They now lead it by 5. 8 minutes left in this first half. Pass goes back into the backcourt here, but No worries for the Wildcats as they'll be slow and methodical on this drive. We'll see how they strategize, how they're going to get to the bucket here. Mo Odom again putting the pressure on here defensively. Nice pick set there by Alex 2. In the paint, puts it up, and he puts it in. And it's 21-14 with Weber State now up by 7. They are the 4.5-point favorites in this championship game over Pepperdine, but we saw what Pepperdine was able to do as the 5.5-point underdogs yesterday against the New Mexico State Aggies. Bethea at the top of the key. Todorovic coming in, puts it in. That is a very, very slick play by Stefan Todorovic, who now has 7 points, and it's 21-16 with 7 minutes to go in the half. Moore dishes it off to Hennig. Hennig in the corner, pick set by Dyson Kohler. Alex 2 at the top of the key. Moore setting things up. 10 seconds left on the shot clock. Wildcats have done a nice job being conservative with the basketball here with 6 seconds remaining on the shot clock. Last touch by Pepperdine, and we'll get a timeout from Pepperdine, who is in total control of this one early. But now the Wildcats have flipped the script. It's 21 Weber State, 16 Pepperdine. We'll be right back with more action here in this Arizona Tip-Off Championship. Back here at Mullet Arena, the home of the Valley Suns, the NBA G League affiliate of your Phoenix Suns here in the desert in Arizona. Pepperdine utilizing the most out of that lengthy timeout. Again, they led by as many as 8. They led 10-2 early on in this first half. They now trail 21-16 to Weber State, as Weber State looking to add to that lead right here. Alex 2 with the rebound, looking to put it back up. And it's last touched by, it looks like, Pepperdine, and it'll stay here with Weber State. Bubakar Kulapali leading the charge offensively for Pepperdine with 8 points. Stefan Todorovic has 7 of his own. 3 assists combined between the two. Miguel TOMLEY leading the charge for Weber State with 8 points. He's got 2 assists, 2 rebounds as well. Dyson Kohler with 4 total points as well. As Blaze gets on the board here. Threat the guard. Continuing to be at the center of this offense for Weber State. Brings their lead to 7 now, as they have their largest lead of the ball game. Mo Odom getting the full court press treatment from Moore, as there's a foul called against Moore. His first personal foul, fourth team foul for the Wildcats. 6 minutes and 48 seconds to go. Still plenty of time left in this first half, as we've seen both the highs and lows for both squads thus far. It was all Pepperdine early, but the last 6 minutes or so has been all Wildcats. Just 2 points in the last 8 minutes for Pepperdine. Goes for the three-point play there, won't get it, but he'll go to the line as Zion Bethia will look for his first 2 points of the ball game. Just his second shot of the afternoon for Zion. Sinks the first shot, but Pepperdine did so well yesterday as the Aggies were unable to even shoot 50% from the line yesterday. Goes 1 for 2 from the line here as it cuts the lead down to 6. Blaze Threat looking to direct traffic here. Trevor Hennig had 2 3-point shots yesterday in that win against New Mexico State, or against Bowling Green, excuse me. Goaltending called by the official makes this a 25-17 lead now for Weber State. Mo Odom looking to slow things down with his team down by 8. Trevor Hennig looking for the steal there against Bethia after that pass from Odom. And it's stripped by Hennig. A nice strip from behind the back there against Mo Odom. And Burris from downtown is unable to sink the shot. Rebound by Butka. Mo Odom has Kulapali at the top of the key, sets the pick. Taking his time here. Goes back to Kulapali on the inside part of the paint. We'll see if he goes toe-to-toe here with Alex 2. It looks like he wants to. Puts up the shot, in and out, rebounded by 2. Threat thought about taking that one from beyond the arc. We'll see what he does here. Looks for the open hole, puts it up. Blocked by Kulapali, rebounded by Odom. Here comes the Waves, down by 8 with 5 minutes to go. Odom being aggressive, does not get the shot off. Rebounded by Pepperdine off the foot of Alex 2. And the ball will stay here for Pepperdine. So despite being aggressive here in the latter stages of the first half, Pepperdine's offense has not been able to get off the schneid. Just 3 points in the last 8 minutes. They'll inbound from underneath the basket. Mo Odom wide open on the top of the key. Pass inside to Butka, and Butka puts it in for his first 2 points of the day as he's finally becoming an offensive factor here at the 5-minute mark. 25-19 as Pepperdine cuts the lead to 6. Blaze Threat directing traffic for the Weber State offense here. Finds Trevor Hennig. Back to Threat at the top of the key. Looking to take it himself here. Looking to find a lane. Back to Hennig at the top of the key. One-on-one with Mo Odom as Mo Odom continues to do a really good job putting on the pressure defensively. Wide open shot from beyond the arc. Not going to go, and it does go as it tips back on the backboard and into the net. A 3-point shot for Farshannon, who put up 12 points yesterday in that win. Picks up his first 3 points of the afternoon. Odom, a desperation shot there, unable to get the roll. And with 4 minutes and 15 seconds remaining, Weber State in firm control, up by 9. Blaze Threat finds Hennig. Hennig from beyond the arc, not going to go. Rebounded by Weber State. Alex 2 looking to put it up. Rebounds his own rebound there. Threat from beyond the arc, unable to get it there. Rebounded once again. Farshannon looks like he's going to get called for the behind the back there at the 3-minute and 54-second mark with his team up by 9. And we'll get another Pepperdine timeout. They were in firm control of this one, ladies and gentlemen. Not looking that way right now. 3 minutes, 54 seconds remaining. Weber State in full control of the 28-19 lead here in the Arizona Tip-Off Championship.
Michigan State, 2 shots and both the turnovers in back to the Warriors. First down. Score Conlon, Eugene Jedrick, at the center is Sophie Kelsey Page, Oregon State. This one is UC Davis. Score Conlon, 1-7. Brad Rivers, the Seattle next season. Montana, Oregon State, Oregon Football Program. The long Pac-12. And then that was Seattle. Teams would like to go outside. Pepperdine trailing by 9 points as the waves down below. We sit way upstairs here at this arena. Be about 75 places are sitting in the building than they are before. So we can take this echo. By the time it comes back in here,
Just under 4 minutes to go here at the Mullet Arena in this first half of the Arizona Tip-Off Tournament Championship game between the Weber State Wildcats and the Pepperdine Waves. Pepperdine led 10-2 in the first 2 minutes of this ball game. It's been all Weber State since, a 28-19 lead over the Waves. Pepperdine looking to cut into that lead right here as Zion Bethia back to the line for Pepperdine. Puts it up and does not put it in. Pepperdine did so well yesterday at sinking most of their free throws en route to that 12-point victory against the Aggies. Have not been on par today in this championship matchup against the Wildcats that are currently in total control with 3 minutes and 53 seconds remaining. And now Weber State will head to the line following that foul. Nigel Burris making his presence felt here at the line. And picked up 13 points in that win against the Falcons yesterday. Sinks his first shot, and it's a 10-point lead now for Weber State, the largest lead for either team today.
6'7", 225, the junior from San Francisco. He was actually at Utah State as a reserve last year. Also,
and he sinks both shots as Burris comes through for his Wildcats offense. It's an 11-point lead now, 30-19 Weber State over Pepperdine. Mo Odom looking to slow down the pace here as his team needs to chip away. Mo Odom really taking his time here. 10 seconds left on the shot clock. Major pulls up, unable to hit that shot off the back of the rim. Rebounded by Weber State. Here comes Blaze Thread. He's got those 2 points early on today. Wide open Hennig in the corner. It's in. A 3-point shot for Hennig, and it is a 33-19 lead now for Weber State. Another timeout for Pepperdine as things are slowly starting to get away from them here. Weber State in total control. They lead by 14. 3 minutes and 16 seconds to go here on Intersport. Hennig with the big three-point shot, causing the timeout for Pepperdine as they look to regroup. They trail by as many as 14 right now, a 33-19 lead for Weber State, looking to close out this Arizona Tip-Off Championship game on this Saturday afternoon at Arizona State University. Mo Odom looking to get on the board. He won't. Aggressive play there for Pepperdine. You got to give him credit to where credit's due, but unable to get the bucket. Here comes Blaze Threat. Finds Hennig in the corner once again, looking for another three-point play. Won't hit it as Kulapali gets the rebound. And it looks like there's going to be a foul underneath, but Pepperdine will regain control of the basketball here with 2 minutes and 48 seconds to go. Again, it was all Pepperdine early on, putting up 10 points in the first 90 seconds of this one. Led by as many as 8. They trail by as many as 14 right now as Docic will go to the line here for at least one. If he can sink this one, he'll get another shot here as his team desperately needs to chip away here early on in this game. Again, plenty of basketball left to be played, but you don't want to fall behind too badly to this Weber State offense that has proven to be an absolute juggernaut in this tournament. Olvera will sub in for Kulapali. And Docic only getting 12 minutes yesterday. We've already seen him for 5 minutes today. Sinks both those shots. Arguably the best shooter in this offense for Pepperdine, though we haven't seen him to the best of his ability yet this season. With 2 minutes and 40 seconds remaining. Weber State in firm control, has the ability to slow the pace of play down here if they want to. Blaze Threat finds Alex 2. Back out to Tomley. Miguel Tomley unable to sink that shot, rebounded, back to Threat. Threat finds 2 in the corner. Not going to go as Pepperdine once again with the rebound and an opportunity to once again chip ahead at this lead. Mo Odom with 2 minutes remaining in the half. Dishes it out to Olvera. Olvera looking to make his presence felt on offense here as he just got subbed in for Kulapali. Major at the top of the key. 10 seconds left on the shot clock. And we get a foul on, looks like Weber State here. Their 6th team foul. 4th personal foul, it looks like, for Miguel Tomley. 10 team fouls combined in this first half between Pepperdine and Weber State. And that free throw rolls in for Todorovic, who now has 8 total points, which ties him with Bubakar Kulapali for the team lead this afternoon. Again, had 15 first half points yesterday against New Mexico State, sinks both these. And it's a 10-point lead now for Weber State, just under 2 minutes remaining in this first half. Tomley in the corner, dishes it back out to Threat at the top of the key. Threat one-on-one with Odom. Finds Tomley again, but it's tipped off of Major's hands, and the ball will stay here for Weber State. 1:37 remaining, with Weber State up by 10, looking to add to their lead. Weber State led by as many as 8 yesterday against the Falcons before blowing that lead in the first half. They would not regain the lead till the final 3 minutes of play in half number 2. Threat from beyond the arc, unable to connect. And the ball goes out of bounds with 2.5 seconds left on the shot clock. And the Waves get another opportunity to chip into this Wildcats lead. Odom dishes it out to Major. Docic, who Pepperdine would love to get the ball here timely, down by 10. As Todorovic looking to take it himself, back out to Docic. He's going to take it himself, floats it up, in and out, rebounded by Weber State. And here comes Blaze Threat and company, looking to take advantage of some miscues here from this Pepperdine offense, as they are in desperate need of a run here with just under a minute left in the first half. Tomley, back to Kohler, back to Threat at the top of the key. Finds Tomley, back to Kohler. Dyson Kohler from downtown, in and out. Rebounded by Pepperdine, and it's going to be last touched by Pepperdine, I believe. And it looks like it was last touched by Threat, so it will be Pepperdine's ball with 42.6 seconds remaining, down by 10 to Weber State. Inbounded by Odom. Sadiq Moore doing a nice job putting the pressure on defensively with the full court press coming from Weber State. Even up by 10. Docic at the top of the key. 30 seconds remaining. 15 seconds left on the shot clock for Pepperdine. Olvera in the paint. Steps out. Todorovic is in, and he's unable to get the bucket. Nice job being aggressive there with his team down by 10. And with 10 seconds left, it looks like Weber State will narrow this down to the final buzzer as we got 11 seconds remaining. Pepperdine calls a timeout. Weber State leads this one by 10. It's 33-23 Wildcats. We'll be right back with the final buzzer here on the Arizona Tip-Off.
Weber State 11 from Miguel TOMLEY, 7 to Blaze Felicia. The turnovers in the fouls adding up here in this first half. You got to think, usually they're going to take it to the basket. When you look at the Tomley, shoot the Wave stand, that's one. 6-10, Coulibaly 6-10.
Final play here in this first half, 10 seconds remaining. Weber State looking to add to their 10-point lead as Blaze Threat might even take this one to the final buzzer. 3 seconds remaining, Dyson Kohler at the buzzer, unable to hit the shot, and that'll be the end of half number one. Pepperdine was in total control in the first couple of 8. Early on in the first half, Pepperdine now trails by as many as 10, their largest deficit of the entire weekend. As Mo Odom will look to direct traffic here against this Weber State defense. Gets a wide open shot. Would have loved to start that quarter, or start this second half with a 3-point conversion. Is unable to get it. Tried to get his own rebound, but it goes out of play, and Weber State now in control of the basketball. So if you're Weber State now up by 10 with about 20 minutes to go, you're just going to try to be as conservative as you possibly can. Slow the game down and play defense against this Pepperdine offense that's looking to break out in a big way. Alex 2 down on the paint. Coulibaly doing a nice job targeting him. Here comes Miguel Tomley, unable to get the bucket, and here comes Pepperdine. See if they want to slow things down here with plenty of time left, only down by 10. And they're only down by 7 now. A huge 3-point shot made there by Bethea, making this a 33-26 ball game. So just when you thought Pepperdine was in control earlier today, Weber State came mounting back to a 10-point lead at halftime. And just when you think Pepperdine is down and out, down by 10, they're now down by 9 following the shot by Weber State that goes in. It'll be a 3-point play if they're able to shoot the free throw here. But a nice job by the Wildcats. First team foul of the second half for Pepperdine. So Blaze Threat with his first 2 points here in the second half. Picked up his first 2 points in the first half in the latter stages, so gets on the board fairly quickly here as he completes the 2-point play, unable to hit the free throw. So a 35-26 lead now for Weber State. Looking to go 2-0 on this tournament as Alex 2 will check out. Odom one-on-one with Threat. At the top of the key, Todorovic, who has 8 points in this one, tied with Coulibaly for the team lead. Bubakar in the paint, looking to put a shot up against 2. He does. It's in and out, does not get the roll. He gets his own rebound, though. Fresh shot clock as he puts it up again, unable to get it. Threat with the rebound, and Pepperdine continues to struggle in the paint. Here comes Tomley. Goes underneath the basket, back beyond the 3-point line. 2 looks to serve gets served by Tomley there with the assist. Wasn't able to get the bucket. Zion Bethia at the top of the key, steps back from downtown. Yes, sir, nothing but net. And Pepperdine continues to thrive from beyond the arc. So they haven't been strong in the paint to start this second half, but they've been very strong behind the three-point line. And with 18 minutes to go, it's 35-29. Threat at the top of the key, finds Tomley. Tomley looking to separate himself here from Odom, who's played tremendous defense all day long. He strips that one away. Tomley's able to get it. Two's going to go up with it. And it's going to be a foul against Weber State. It's their 7th team foul overall, but they'll inbound it from underneath the basket here as Tomley will look to find an open man here with 17 minutes, 42 seconds remaining. Threat at the top of the key, finds Tomley. Tomley puts it up with 2 seconds left on the shot clock and gets stuffed there, but gets hit, and he'll have 2 shots at the free throw line. He's 4 for 6 from the field to this point is Miguel Tomley. 11 total points, 2 assists. Goes up and in. He's got 12 points on the afternoon now, looking to sink this second free throw shot. With his team up by 7. Looking to keep their foot on the gas here as they now lead by 8, 37-29. Pepperdine looking to just stay in the game as Mo Odom looks to turn on late in this game. Todorovic, who has been averaging at least 15 points a game, has yet to reach double digits here as he travels. A big mistake offensively for Todorovic. We don't see many of those. And Weber State has a chance to add to their lead. They lead by 8. Threat looking for 2 on the inside. It's intercepted by Pepperdine. Here comes Pepper, intercepted by 2. A nice play by Weber State as they'll take it the other way. They don't look to slow things down here. Up by 8 in the paint, puts it up and in. That is not as easy as it looks from Dyson Kohler there. The behind the back layup there. 2-on-1 coverage from Pepperdine coming, and at the 17-minute mark it is a 10-point lead for Weber State once again, where we started to start this second half. Bethea with the dribble at midcourt, but the foul coming from Miguel Tomley. That's his 4th personal. Ball will be inbounded underneath the basket here by Pepperdine as they look to chip away into this Weber State lead. It has been all Wildcats for the majority of this one. And Pepperdine once again fumbles an opportunity to chip closer into this Weber State lead, as Weber State has a chance to go up by more than 10 right here. 16 minutes, 40 seconds remaining in half number 2 in this Arizona Tip-Off Championship Tournament. Threat finds Kohler. Dyson Kohler back to Threat. Threat with 4 points already in this one. Puts that one up. Gets fouled at the line. He'll head to the line as his bench is ecstatic. One of their best free throw shooters is heading back to the line with 16 minutes and 26 seconds remaining. He seems to be okay after taking a rough fall there. And the heart and soul of this offense, their point guard, the man that sets the tone for this offense. Blaze Threat, Nigel Burris, Dyson Kohler, Alex Tew, and Miguel Tomley doing a fantastic job this weekend in Arizona against both the Falcons and now the Waves.
With 9, 8 for Boubacar Coulibaly.
It is up and it is in. 2 for 2 for Blaze Threat, and it's a 41-29 lead for Weber State. And if you're Pepperdine, you're just looking to chip away now. Nice fade shot there, unable to get it. Coulibaly gets the rebound. That's his 5th rebound, looking to put it up, and he gets the extra point after the foul. So a very, very monumental play here for Pepperdine as they look to creep closer into this game. They now trail by 10, 41-31. Kulapali now has 10 points, looking for 11 here and looking to convert the 3-point play for his Pepperdine Waves. Declan Cutler entering this game, the freshman. As Kulapali does not sink the free throw attempt. That's what Pepperdine did so well yesterday. They have not been perfect from the free throw line this afternoon, and it's coming back to bite them right now, down by 10. We got 16 minutes left to go. Threat pops that one up, sinks it in, nothing but net. Threat now has double digits. And it's a 43-31 ball game. Weber State doing a nice job controlling the lead lately as Pepperdine continues to chip away. Keep this at a 10-point deficit against Weber State. Threat going to slow the ball down now with 15 and a half minutes remaining. Finds Tomley. Miguel Tomley thought about shooting from beyond the arc. We'll see what he does here with 10 seconds left on the shot clock. Goes back to Threat at the top of the key. Threat has Nigel Burris open on the near side. He's going to take it himself. He's going to put it up, and it's going to go in. And Blaze Threat is heating up. He's got 12 total points now. It's 45-33 as Weber State continues to not give an inch here against Pepperdine. From beyond the arc, Todorovic unable to connect. Rebounded by Burris, and here come the Weber State Wildcats. They were so good yesterday offensively in the latter stages of the second half against Bowling Green State and the Falcons after the Falcons blew that 10-point lead with 4 minutes left. And at the 14-minute mark here, Blaze Threat and company is starting to really pour it on as he misses the 3-point attempt. They're up by 12 right now, 45-33. Todorovic finds Butka at the top of the key. Butka has been silenced thus far in this one, just 2 points. Kulapali at the top of the key. Kulapali in the paint looking to take it himself here. He's going to, and he's going to get the roll, making that look very easy. He's got 12 points now. So if they can get him going, he could really be unstoppable for this Pepperdine offense later in this game. It's a 45-35 lead now for Weber State. Timeout called by Pepperdine. So with 14 minutes left to go, Weber State leads this one 45-35. We'll be right back with more Arizona Tip-Off Championship action. You're watching men's NCAA basketball action here on Intersport. Don't go anywhere. It's a 45-35 lead for Weber State over Pepperdine, as Pepperdine's offense has stepped up to the challenge to this point, but they have not been able to combat Weber State's offense from a defensive point of view, as Miguel TOMLEY will shoot 2 from the line, sinks the first one. Weber State just has way too many great shooters from beyond the arc, as well as the field goal percentage game, with Dyson Kohler, Blaze Threat, and Miguel TOMLEY combining for over a 50% shooting percentage from field goal range. TOMLEY now has 15 total points following those 2 free throw attempts. Now they'll get an opportunity to add to their lead even more, but Zion Bethia with the interception, and he gets fouled at the line. That's a big defensive play for Pepperdine, who trails this one by 12 with 13:52 remaining. So Pepperdine with a big steal there from a defensive point of view. Zion Bethia, who has not gotten going thus far in this one, just 9 total points to this point. Misses the first free throw attempt, and like I mentioned yesterday, Pepperdine was nearly perfect from the line. Not so much today, as Weber State has made them pay. Bethia looking to go 1 for 2 from the line. He puts one up here and is unable to sink it. He goes 0 for 2 from the line following that great steal. So again, the defense stepping up in a big way, but they have not been able to silence this Weber State offense regardless. 13 minutes, 40 seconds remaining here in half number 2. And that one once again stolen by Zion Bethia following the mishandlement of Miguel TOMLEY, and he sinks it from beyond the arc. So Zion Bethia makes up for those 2 missed free throw attempts earlier, making this a 47-38 game, as Weber State only leads it by 9. As it looks like the official is going to call a foul against Bethia. His teammate holding him back here, doesn't want to do anything that he'll regret later on. Coach Ed Schilling in his first season with Pepperdine, having a really rough time with these officials so far here today. And Weber State will shoot 2 once again, and once again it's going to be TOMLEY from the line, who's been perfect thus far. Sinks another one, and it's 48-38. Again, these defensive mistakes really hurting Pepperdine later in this game, as TOMLEY sinks 4 consecutive free throw attempts in the last minute, making this a 49-38 advantage for Weber State. And now Weber State will have an opportunity once again. We'll see if Pepperdine's able to put the pressure on defense here. Burris finds Threat, Blaze Threat back at the top of the key, finds TOMLEY. TOMLEY, with 10 seconds left on the shot clock, is going to take the shot from downtown, and he's not going to sink it. Had the right idea, didn't get the friendly roll there, as Pepperdine will have another opportunity here to chip away at this lead. Docic at the top of the key. Todorovic finds Docic. Docic finds Kulipali. Kulipali back to the top of the key here. He'll take the shot on the outside part of the paint, but unable to connect once again. So Pepperdine continues to struggle here offensively with 12 and a half minutes remaining. Trevor Hennig has 2 on the outside, 2, back to Hennig. And the inside part of the plane stuffed there by Kulipali, and Kulipali takes it back to Todorovic. Todorovic back to his point guard here, as Pepperdine looking to slow things down, only down by 11, plenty of time remaining. Todorovic goes to the basket, does not get the roll. Kulipali's going to get fouled, and he'll head to the line, unable to get the bucket. But Pepperdine with another opportunity to hit a couple of free throws here, as we'll get a timeout on the floor from Pepperdine before these 2 shots. Coach Ed Schilling looking to get his team riled up here, looking to get his offense back in this game. We got 12 minutes on the clock. It is a 49-38 lead for Weber State. Don't go anywhere. You're watching the Arizona Tip-Off Championship Tournament here in Tempe, Arizona. A 49-38 advantage for Weber State with 12 minutes to go on the clock here in half number 2. Weber State with a monumental comeback yesterday against the Falcons, winning that game 73-70, looking to salvage the Pepperdine Waves here today to win this Arizona tip-off tournament at Arizona State University. Boubacar Koulibaly got fouled before that lengthy timeout called by Coach Ed Schilling. Looking to sink both of these shots right here, is going to sink the first one as he gets the roll after it hits the backboard, making this a 10-point game. Again, Pepperdine got the Waves early, or the Pepperdine Waves, had the lead early yesterday against New Mexico State and never looked back at all, never lost the lead in that game. With a big 12-point win, they were up by as many as 8 in the first 90 seconds today, up 10-2, but Weber State has put the pedal to the metal ever since, as Pepperdine has not been in control since the first moments of this ball game in the first half. 11:45 to go, as this ball will be inbounded underneath the basket by Weber State, looking to just be conservative here, trying to keep this lead intact, up by 10 at the moment. And there's a travel on the floor by Weber State, and Pepperdine all of a sudden, you can see the bench starting to get a little bit excited here. We'll see if they can switch some of the momentum with 11 minutes, 43 seconds remaining. Full court press coming from Weber State and the Wildcats. Todorovic going to take it up now for Pepperdine. Has not scored here in a while. Again, averages 15 points per game, has yet to get into double digits here today. Major at the top of the key. Major intercepted, and those are some of the mistakes that are going to come back to cost Pepperdine. Despite Weber State not really being able to converge there on that play, they still have an opportunity here as Trevor Hennig sends it back to the top of the key, and Blaze Threat, who again, no pun intended, has been an absolute threat offensively here today against Pepperdine, has an opportunity to take advantage of that miscue from Pepperdine's offense. He bobbles it, puts it up, unable to get it, rebounded by Pepperdine, and Pepperdine has a second life here as they get a chance to right that wrong. Docic puts it up, he'll head to the line. 2 more free throw attempts coming as Pepperdine continues to chip away. Again, Docic only had 12 minutes of action yesterday as Coach Ed Schilling is easing him back into this lineup after dealing with some leg issues over the past couple of weeks. But he's going to get some big minutes here in this second half with a championship on the line, down by 10. As he sinks the first shot, it's 49-40 as Pepperdine breaks the 40 threshold. Boubacar Koulibaly with 13 points to this point. That leads the scoring for Pepperdine. Zion Bethia with 12 points of his own. Stefan Todorovic with 9 points. He had 9 points early on in the first half, has not scored yet here in this second half. So he sinks both shots. It's 49-41, an 8-point lead now for Weber State as they look to converge here. Threat finds Tomley at the top of the key. Tomley looking for an opening here. Tomley looking for the fade, won't have it. Dishes it back out to Threat, back to Tomley. Tomley to 2, 8 seconds left on the shot clock. Alex 2 going to go up with it, and he's not going to get the shot off. Kulapali with the rebound, and here come the Waves. Mo Odom to Todorovic. Todorovic unable to sink the shot. Rebounded by Kulapali, but it's going to be called a behind-the-back foul on Docic. He doesn't like the call down on the court. From up here, it looked pretty accurate. Still an 8-point lead for Weber State. But Pepperdine unable to take advantage there of that miscue from Weber State's offense moments ago. 10 minutes, 12 seconds to go, and because it was behind the back, Miguel TOMLEY will once again shoot from the line, and he has been nothing but perfect thus far, shooting from the free throw line. And he puts it in once again, and it's 50-41 Weber State.
Wade with 15 and 33 of the 50 combined.
2 for 2 for TOMLEY. He's got 17 points now, a 10-point lead once again for Weber State as we approach the 10-minute mark, halfway through this second half. As Kulapali at the top of the key was very dominant in the first few moments of this game. He's been stalled by this Weber State defense ever since. Odom at the top of the key looking to make things happen. 2-on-1 attack from 2 and Hennig. 10 seconds left on the shot clock. And a foul is going to be called against TOMLEY here, his third personal, 7th team foul of the half for Weber State. Despite not really playing their best basketball offensively, you could say Weber State's defense has kept this lead at bay, as they've only cut the lead to 8 since the first half. That was the shortest deficit thus far for Pepperdine in their quest to make a comeback in this championship game against Weber State. Odom sinks the first shot, looking to sink the second one. Odom, with that bucket, is finally on the board here tonight, has 1 total point, looking to make it 2. Despite making things happen offensively, has not been too successful from field goal range today. He goes 2 for 2 from the line, so once again Pepperdine cuts the lead to within 8. Looking to small in that margin as well, as Weber State looks to once again be conservative here and slow things down on the offensive side with just 9 minutes to go. Kohler to TOMLEY. TOMLEY finds Threat at the top of the key. Back to Kohler, back to TOMLEY, back to Vinitic at the top of the key. Kohler for 3, he's not going to hit it. Rebounded by Kulapali. Kulapali finds Odom. Back to Todorovic. Todorovic looking for the big shot. Unable to find it, intercepted by Threat, and Threat might take this one to the house, and he does, ladies and gentlemen. 53-43 as Weber State once again in control by 10. Pepperdine wants to slow things down here, at least on the Weber State side, but they're also down by 10, and they don't have a ton of time left. Todorovic with a very, very impressive play, weaving through the defenders there through the paint for the layup. And with 8 minutes and 50 seconds remaining, it is 53-45, an 8-point game once again. Hennig looking for the ball at the top of the key. Threat gets it in the corner. 2 seconds left on the shot clock. Dyson Kohler from downtown is not going to get the roll as the shot clock goes off. Here comes Odom. Odom looking to be aggressive. Throws it off the glass to no avail. And Dyson Kohler with the rebound. Finds Hennig. Hennig going to take it to the house. Hennig doesn't get the foul, but he gets the bucket. And it's 55-45 again. Pepperdine going to take one more timeout. 8 minutes remaining in this one, ladies and gentlemen, as Weber State's 8 minutes away from a championship win here in Tempe. minutes, 7 seconds remaining. Pepperdine with another lengthy timeout courtesy of head coach Ed Schilling. As his team trails by 10, not a lot of time remaining. As Weber State looks to close out this Arizona Tip-Off Championship on this Saturday afternoon at Arizona State University. Mo Odom going to take it up midcourt here for Pepperdine. Pepperdine's offense starting to heat up, but Weber State just continues to put pressure on them offensively. Rebounded off the glass there nicely by Dyson Kohler. Kohler's going to find Tomley at the top of the key. And all Weber State really has to do at this point in the game with 7.5 minutes remaining is to take their time. They're in no hurry. Dyson Kohler finds Hennig. Trevor Hennig finds 2 at the top of the key. 2 finds Threat. And they have done an excellent job controlling the basketball offensively throughout this entire game. Tomley's going to get charged with the charging foul there offensively. And Pepperdine will regain control, and another timeout is going to be called this time by Weber State. 7:27 remaining. Weber State lead this one 55-45. We'll be right back here on Intersport. Pepperdine down by 10 as Coach Ed Schilling with about a 3-minute timeout there to talk to his offenses. It's going to have to be about this offense playing the way that they've been playing over the last 5 minutes, with their defense showing up in a big way. The defense has not been able to combat Weber State's excellent offense to this point. Got 7 minutes, 15 seconds remaining. Odom at the top of the key finds Todorovic. Todorovic finds Kulapali, and Alex 2 goes down, as it'll be a foul called against Alex 2. So it looks like Kulapali is going to shoot from the line here with 7 minutes, 12 seconds remaining. Kulapali leading the charge offensively in this one for Pepperdine and the Waves. And with that miss, Pepperdine's now 13 for 22 from the line today. Alex 2 is going to take a seat for now for Weber State. And, 7 minutes remaining up by 10. All Weber State really has to do is control the basketball and eat some time off the clock. 14 for 23 is Pepperdine from the line now, as Kulapali goes 1 for 2. It's a 9-point game, 3-possession game, if you're looking at it from a three-point percentage game. Alex 2 from the top of the key, and you could already see the urgency in this defense for Pepperdine in the latter stages down to their final 6 minutes and 45 seconds. 6 seconds left on the shot clock. Miguel TOMLEY from beyond the arc, and he sinks it. A heart crusher if you're Pepperdine, as Weber State not only wastes about 20 seconds off the shot clock, but they also converge for 3 points. 58-46, a 12-point advantage with 6.5 minutes remaining. Odom, 2-on-1 attack, finds Kulapali. Kulapali gets the foul, gets the bucket, and Kulapali will head to the line as it's a 10-point game again with 6 minutes and 24 seconds remaining. Kulapali now with 16 total points, leading the charge for Pepperdine, looking for his 17th right here. And again, this is what Pepperdine has done well throughout the night, but they have not been able to capitalize on big defensive plays against this Weber State offense, which has come back to bite them. As they trail this one currently by 10, Kulapali looking to make it 9 right here with this free throw. It goes up and it goes in, nothing but net. And it's 58-49 with 6:24 to go. We saw Blaze Threat be very aggressive early on in this game from the top of the key. You see him slowing down just a little bit, trying to eat up as much time as he can with his team in firm control. Hennig, unable to get it. 2 with the rebound. There's TOMLEY, and Miguel TOMLEY is just automatic from beyond the arc. It's 61-49 with 5.5 minutes left to go. Rebounded by Weber State, as Pepperdine was trying to be aggressive there. It did not work out for him. And now Blaze Threat once again going to be very slow and methodical here offensively. 5:40 left in this one. It's a 12-point lead for Weber State. He's looking to make it 14, and Threat does make it a 14-point lead, making that look very, very easy, as he's got 19 total points now. Mo Odom takes it to the house, weaving his way past defenders, making it 63-51. 5 minutes, 20 seconds remaining. Blaze Threat with great poise in this game. 19 total points. Has hit the shots that he's needed to hit. He's been conservative late in this game, knowing that his team is up by as many as 12. You gotta be kidding me. Miguel TOMLEY, back-to-back-to-back three-point shots. Makes this a 66-51 game. And now Weber State has their largest lead of the day. They're up by 15. And now Pepperdine's got to have a sense of urgency and just throw up some shots here with 4.5 minutes remaining, down by 15. They were able to erase a 10-point deficit the other day. TOMLEY almost went back-to-back-to-back-to-back there, but doesn't make the shot. Just mentioning Weber State erased a 10-point lead for the Falcons yesterday with 4 minutes remaining. The Pepperdine's going to have to do the same here as a timeout is called, as Coach Ed Schilling's team is in jeopardy. 4 minutes, 23 seconds remaining. Weber State 66, Pepperdine 53. We'll be right back here on Arizona Tip-Off TV. 4:23 remaining. Weber State leads this one by 13 as Miguel TOMLEY, who had 19 total points about 60 seconds ago, now has 28 total points following 3 consecutive 3-point conversions on 3 straight Weber State offensive drives. Weber State mounting a massive comeback, down by 10 with 4 minutes to go in yesterday's game against the Falcons to get to this championship game, have completely controlled this one against Pepperdine after Pepperdine absolutely controlled their game offensively against New Mexico State here yesterday. TOMLEY with the rebound to go along with those 28 points. He's got 2 assists and only 3 rebounds. As Threat will slow things down again. 3.5 minutes remaining, a 13-point lead. It's almost inevitable at this point that Weber State will be crowned your Arizona tip-off tournament champions, provided any historic comeback here from Pepperdine. As Kulapali gets the rebound. Pepperdine's got to be very aggressive here in the latter stages of this game, down by 13. As that one does not go up, rebounded by Kulapali. Kulapali finds Odom from downtown, not gonna go. Rebounded by Dyson Kohler. And with 3 minutes left, this 13-point lead is intact for Weber State. They were the 4.5-point favorites coming into this game. Did not show in the first couple of minutes, however, as Pepperdine got out to a sizable 10-2 lead before Weber State started creeping back closer, was again playing conservative basketball on the offensive side from the get-go, which has allowed them to keep a steady pace offensively and has allowed them to seize this 13-point lead with 2.5 minutes remaining. Stefan Todorovic with the foul there as Weber State will inbound it on the side here. 2:37 remaining, 66-53 Weber State. You don't really see a sense of urgency from this Pepperdine defense either. It doesn't look like they're going to put too much pressure on Blaze Threat here in the final moments. 2:20 remaining, 4 seconds left on the shot clock. He gets stuffed at the line. So a nice defensive showing right there from Pepperdine as Mo Odom in the corner finds Todorovic. Todorovic going to take the shot from downtown. It's not going to sink it. Kulapali looking for the rebound, won't get it as the ball falls directly into the hands of Blaze Threat. 1:50 remaining. They still lead this one by as many as 13, and Blaze Threat once again just trying to milk the clock here in the final 2 minutes. Major trying to come away with the steal there with 7 seconds left on the shot clock, but he gets fouled, which will send Blaze Threat back to the line. And as good as Miguel TOMLEY's been in this one, Blaze Threat's been just as good. 19 total points, 4 assists, 2 rebounds, as he'll look to get into the 20 margin right here as well with his buddy Miguel TOMLEY.
Solid win by the Wildcats. 3 today with 19.
And he's not going to sink the shot, so he'll remain at 19 total points. But a valiant effort nonetheless from this Weber State offense as they were clicking together on all cylinders straight off the bat, as that one is rebounded by Threat, last touched by Todorovic. And once again, when it rains, it pours for Pepperdine. Everything was going their way yesterday. Not much going their way here in the second half today. 1:26 remaining. Weber State going to go 2-0 on this weekend. Pepperdine going to go 1-1. Bowling Green State, the Falcons, with a big 61-60 win over New Mexico State earlier on today, which allowed them to gain the bronze in this tournament in third place, with New Mexico State going 0-2. They'll be in last place if you're looking at it from a standing perspective. Last touch by Pepperdine as Weber State will once again regain control of the basketball. 64 seconds remaining. Following a 50-point win on Friday at home, Weber State with two monumental victories here on the road in the desert in Arizona. A big 73-70 win yesterday in the semifinals, and they're going to win big here today against Pepperdine with 55 seconds remaining on the clock, up by 13. You could easily assume that Miguel TOMLEY has been the biggest offensive threat in this one for Weber State. 28 points, 2 assists, 3 rebounds. Blaze Threat led the charge. He's the heart and soul of this offense. 19 total points, 4 assists, 2 rebounds of his own. He's 7 for 15 from field goal range. Miguel TOMLEY, 7 for 11. But the biggest stat line in this one is that Blaze Threat was 0 for 3 from three-point range. Miguel TOMLEY was 6 for 7. That one miss coming in his 7th attempt, I should say. As Blaze Threat officially has 20 points to his name in this championship game. 67, 53, 47.4 seconds remaining as he sinks both shots and has 21 points overall. 49 combined points for Miguel TOMLEY and Blaze Threat. Docic, inside pass, intercepted by Threat again, and with 37 seconds left, 27 seconds left on the shot clock, they'll probably get this down to the last 10 seconds. Just an offensive annihilation for Weber State, as they are moments away from capturing this Arizona Tip-Off Championship win at Arizona State University. We'll see what Threat wants to do here in the next 5 seconds, as they'll probably just take the shot clock violation. So with it looks like 6.5 seconds left on the clock. Pepperdine will get one last chance to throw one up. But a big win for Weber State on this Saturday afternoon. Weber State will be the Arizona Tip-Off State champions. Pepperdine coming in second, they'll get the silver. Bowling Green State, the bronze in third. New Mexico State in fourth, as they're not even going to get a final shot off. And it is official. Weber State with a 68-53 win, a 15-point win in the championship game over Pepperdine.